Okay, I really want to make sure that I don't fall backwards here. I'm a little bit on a hill, but I wanted to sit down. So made it through another day, another moment, another second, another hour. Congratulate yourself with that because we are heading into the holiday season and there's a lot of energy surrounding this time. So there was something that was laying heavy on my heart that I really wanted to talk about. And sometimes when we're on a spiritual journey and we get to a certain point, there is a pressure to be a perfectionist type of pressure. Where if we're not feeling of a high vibration, that we can get really, really critical of ourselves. I went to a spiritual center for the first time ever here a couple of weeks ago, and I had a wonderful conversation with a gentleman. And he was saying, he's like, I'm having so many, these feelings like that are coming into my mind that are negative. He's like, I'm on a spiritual journey. I shouldn't be having these types of thoughts. And we had a really great conversation. One, I think that not all thoughts that come into our head originate from us. I think that we are still taking in some of the collective negativity that we're filtering out. So not all negative thoughts that are coming into our minds are originating from us. But then also too, it really made me think that, yeah, like we don't give ourselves very much grace when we get to a certain place. That we are very, very critical of ourselves if we're not always of high vibration, always thinking positive, always. But we're still learning and growing and evolving as well. So to make sure that we take in those moments, that first making sure, are these really my emotions, thoughts, intentions? Or am I picking up something from the collective? If so, let me focus, filter, and move on. um, but with that being said, to be also very kind to self, which is something that I am having to go back and really do because I had a lot of shadow work that I did on one side, and now it's like flipping over to another side now that I'm kind of in a new novel, I would say, because it's not a new chapter, it's definitely a new book. um, and so with that, really making sure that we don't get so caught up into being perfect, that being just ourselves as we are in the moment is exactly what we need to be. That it's okay to make little mistakes here and there. I don't even want to call them mistakes. I don't want to do that. Little things that we perceive as not perfect. And we are not meant to be perfect. We are meant to be authentic. We are meant to be deep down to our core truth and expand and exude that truth in all of our essence to the fullest capacity that we possibly can. And our truth is always changing. There might be an instant where one time you look out the window and you see a beautiful maple tree. That's your truth at the moment. The next time you might look out the window and you might see a bird fly by. That's your truth at the moment. There are perceptions where it is truth in that moment. So embrace the moment and don't hold yourself to anything. Allow yourself to be able to expand and grow. You are limitless. Don't lock yourself into anything that is messy or of right now, because we are changing in so many ways. And I feel like the chair is like, it's wobbling. So I want to bring in some silliness to this. It is a beautiful day here in Arizona. It's windy, but I'm barefoot walking around, feeling really good, feeling really, really grateful. My Thanksgiving was just me. It's the first one from the divorce. So I'm being really kind to myself. Uh, Spent some time with my baby. Like it's just really being thankful for what we have when we have it, because who knows what will happen the next year. Actually, let's not even go that far. We don't even know what will happen the next moment. So with that being said, be really easy on yourself in this journey. Do not get caught up in the perfectionist of it. If you have any thoughts that are of a lower vibration or critical of yourself, really try to release those as soon as they pop into your mind. Have a mantra that you think about whenever you get those negative feelings into your mind, that you can just say that again and again until you filter those out, because now I think we're getting to the point where we really have to discipline our minds. Disciplining what we say is one thing. Now having control and true discipline over what we think really being able to still our minds in places where it's just of nothingness. No thoughts, no stray thoughts, just visualizations. So let's take a deep breath. Congratulate yourself as often as you can. Embrace your moments. Embrace the seconds. You attract positive experiences. Embrace spontaneity. Embrace silliness. Embrace your traits that are truest to you. And go out of your comfort zone. Like, now the wind is kind of picking up, so my eyes are getting a little bit like, really putting yourself outside your comfort zone. Because I said this in the last video, but it still rings very true. I think that we are changing faster than our perception, our internal self is realizing. So we have to catch up to ourselves. I recommend that everyone do at least some kind of physical activity, so that way our spirit, heart, mind, body can all connect and really be in good communication together. Because honestly, it's very easy at this point, because there's so much internal growth and so many external changes, that inwardly we need to make sure that we are very balanced and aligned and checking in. The easiest way that I know to make sure that that happens is by physical activity. Even walking, moving, yoga, swimming, everyone's levels are going to be different for your needs. But I do know physical activity is something that the body needs to be able to connect to everything. So embrace everything, because it's getting so exciting right now. Yeah. So enjoy this moment, enjoy this time. Put comments down. Let us all be in a community where we can inspire one another and really be aware of one another.